What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Simulation for the Nation, and welcome to another crisp sunny morning on Oakfield Farm. The leaves are starting to change. We're getting a little bit colder. There's a snap in the air, but we have blue sky, and we have lots of blue sky for the time being. At least we're due some rain later on today, but for now we'll just embrace what we have. This morning we're going to be doing a lot of servicing up quickly. We've got all the tractors to get out as quickly as possible, really. This beast, we got the 1050 in here. I did a lot of baling on this last night. A heck of a lot of bales were produced last night, actually, up until it got just a bit too dark to roll. A bit too dark, a bit too damp, really, in all honesty, as well. We went through till about, I think I kind of got rained off at about 11:30 last night. But all being said, we're looking good. What I am going to do, I've just blown out the air filter this morning. Blown out the air filter, checked all the oils and coolants through there, all looking good. But what we do need to do is flip this around and fill it up as well, so we can get on with that. But otherwise, yeah, it's all looking good, everything is going so far, and there's no signs of any leaks or anything I should be concerned about on the floor either. So we're just going to jump into the brute. We need to fold down the bonnet, there we go. Like I said, we won't be able to get cracking with this just yet. It is a little bit too damp right now. But what we can do is just turn this around quickly, get it all fueled up, ready to go, and then we'll just pull it out of the way for now. And then we're gonna go. After that, we're gonna fill up the case quickly. That needs to be fueled up. That's been running hard of late, leading corn. So we're again. We got quite a bit done with the combine yesterday. I was very pleased with how we progressed. We actually finished the field we were in, up on the hill there, and then we got a start in the spring oats as well, which I really wasn't expecting. So that's fantastic news. So I'm just going to stop this here. And then, let's go. Oh, I can fill that up there. Okay, as that's filling up there, we'll just leave that to go. And yeah, so if I just bring up my map here, we finished in field 13. Heck of a lot of straw there that we've just started baling as well last night before I managed to get the headlands done before we got knocked off, really. And then we were also, the combine's now down in field 21. We took the headlands off field 21 and we've got to get at that this morning. We're going to take the pickup truck down there to give that good servicing, because I'm not quite sure, in all honesty, how or what the weather's like there. So we need to figure that out. Which we will do, no doubt, but we're just going to finish up letting this fuel tank fill up here, and then we'll shift this one out of the way. Without a shadow of a doubt, this is my most expensive part of any morning, or any day. My fuel bill goes through the roof in harvest, and today is no exception. So we're just going to stick this over here out of the way for now. The cattle have already been fed up this morning. I'm going to show you something here as well. We really cracked on yesterday, to the extent that at one point there we pulled Barry off the cultivation by about 6 o'clock last night. It started to get a little bit too sticky. David was still on with Dad, actually, with the old man. He was still on combining. Get that shut. Perfect. But then Barry came on to leading carton bales around. So if you look into here, look at those. We've already got about a third of a shed stacked. And we have a lot of bales that were still out in the field as well. So this is all of the top field harvested. So this is the spring barley we were in when we last saw you. So that one is all done, and we've still got on the top of the hill over there, where we just finished up last night. We've still got the headlands. The headlands have been baled there. There must be the best part of about 40-50 bales there. We've still got the rest of the field to go at. So we're going to have a lot of straw, which is great news. Fantastic. Because right now it doesn't seem like it. But these things in here may as well be gold bricks. They're that expensive. So anyway, we need to go and fill up the case. Get some diesel into there so we can get cracking. And then we'll actually, like I said, we're going to take the pickup truck down. We're going to have a quick service over the combine as well. Because that needs to have that's running low on fuel, and probably needs a bit of oil in there as well. And a bit of grease on all of the points just to keep it up and functional, really. So I'm going to leave this here. And we'll just have this filled up, I think. Perfect. So we'll leave that there. The fuel pump has an auto shut off, so it'll be okay. And we need to go and take our truck down. In fact, before we do that, we're going to actually go and take the JCB. I think because Barry's already out in the New Holland getting ready to start drilling. We're actually going to be drilling some winter oilseed rape this morning up on the hill. So we'll go and take some... He's actually got enough seed, but we didn't fill him up with enough fertilizer when we were down there. So that's something we need to go and have a look at. So there, I've got my bags ready to go. And here, we have some developments. Let's have a quick look into here, shall we? Open up the gate. Perfect. So the building site is really coming on. The fellas have been pushing hard of late, and we've got our first foundation pour in with the stud work coming up as well. So they're really starting to make a good bit of progress in here. They've got a little bit more equipment in, and they're flying, it seems. So that is impressive. That first house is going to be monstrously big. Absolutely huge. But anyway, enough about that. I can't keep hanging around here all day. Did that shut? No. Okay. So into the trusty telehandler we'll go. We need to head on back through the village, and we'll go and see, make sure Barry's all good to go here. This should be plenty to keep him going, really. But we'll have to wait and see. We've got a new a bag handler on the front here. This is fantastic. Much better than using an old bale spike, that's for sure. But this one is really, allows me to do a couple of things. Allows me to safely handle bags, but it also allows me to push them a little bit further out. So I can get a couple of feet extra reach, really, when I'm trying to load up the drill. The problem I have, for the most part, is that my drill is 9 meters in length, and width, beg your pardon, and this telehandler is great for everything I do except filling in the drill where it's a little bit short. And because it's that little bit shorter, it just... there's only a certain angle I can get in to fill it up at times, which is where the issues come from. So hopefully this will allow me to extend it a little bit further out. As I get around the corner here, it should allow me to facilitate the successful filling of this. So that's what we're aiming for. I was able to pick it up quite cheap as well, so it wasn't an expensive addition, but it could be a very worthwhile acquisition. I certainly think so. Oh, yeah, it's still nice and dry here. Lovely, crisp autumn morning, must be said. I have no idea when the rain is supposed to arrive, but when it does, it's probably going to just ruin the rest of the day. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see how we can get going first of all. There's that nice low sunlight for a crisp autumn morning. I love the golden yellowy brown leaves on the trees now as well. This looks fantastic. Love this time of year. Or correction, I love this time of year when I'm not pushing to try and get the rest of my oats and wheat off the fields. We had a great day yesterday. I can't stress that enough. It really was fantastic. I hope we get something similar today. The worst case scenario, we just get that field of oats lifted down the bottom there. But again, never really fully confident, so we'll have to just wait and see. But Barry should just be around here somewhere. And he's in here. Lovely. So I'm going to have to just get him to move quickly because he's in a bit of the wrong position. So we'll get him to spin around and then we'll see if we can get this filled up. And so with that turned around, it makes it nice and easy to kind of get into the corner here. And we'll just kick that up a touch. I do one bag at a time because when you start to put two bags on this high, the weight becomes a bit of a factor. You can already see the front of the tractors kind of swaying around a little bit. So that should be... We'll drop that down just ever so slightly. Excellent stuff. So that's when we have to jump back into Barry's machine. Excellent stuff. this bit out. And I think we'll even get one more in here as well. Didn't quite get it there. Came in a bit quick that time. Okay, so we'll just get this last bag thrown into here quickly. If I can see what I'm doing. Starts to get a little wobbly again when it's up there. A bit further. Okie dokie. We'll leave that there. Lovely stuff, so that's going to empty into there and that should be us good to go. And what we'll do is we're going to leave Barry here just to continue doing his thing, and we can get on with the rest of the day. It looks like he's done there. We might have to come back later on and fill him up again. But so Barry's going to be drilling oilseed rape into this field here on the hillside, and then the one over here as well. Now this one is the field we drilled with the cover crop. So this is oil radish, amongst other things. There's a bit of vetch in the bottom of there as well. But it does two things. It because it's such a broadleaf plant there, it does trap a lot of sunlight, pulls it down into the soil through the aid of photosynthesis and also the growth of the plant there. So it brings the nutrients into the soil, prevents a lot of soil erosion when it rains because the root structures in here capture that moisture. And also, oil radish grows very deep. It's a very long root crop, so it breaks up any compaction in the field as well, because prior to us having this field, this was potatoes. So that was quite important to get that all broken up, really. So we're going to just direct drill straight over the top of this, which will work out fine. The kind of discs on the front of the drill, we'll shred this up a little bit, break it down and mulch it in, and that will be organic matter to help feed the oilseed rape. So it all works out very well. So Barry's got plenty to be cracking on with. I'm just going to pull the JCB back, have a quick chat with him, make sure he's alright, make sure he doesn't need anything else, and then we'll kind of leave him to crack on with it, really. Now what we might do, we'll leave that fertilizer there in case he does need any, well, not right there. Just move it out of the gate. We'll leave that here. We'll take the JCB back because we might bring a bag of seed back over as well, just to keep him going should he need it. But we'll leave this on the side here. Excellent stuff. Alright, so I'm just going to have a quick chat with Barry. We'll come back and then we'll get ourselves away. Okay then, Barry is away. He's going to go and get himself set up in the bottom corner. And that'll be grand. Don't need to worry about him now for the rest of the day. He's good to go. So that is vehicle number 3 up and working. So we jump back into the JCB and we're going to head back down to the yard where we need to pick up the pickup truck and the service trailer. We're going to have a look what the combine's got going for it. There's a lot of dew on the ground this morning, so we won't be able to get going with that for, I would say, probably at least another couple of hours. If the sun can come out and burn away that dew there, that'd be ideal. We can get in and we can get going. That's what I'd look for at least, and what we'd really need. All depends on its on the possibilities really of the weather. At the moment, it's due to become cloudy and overcast at some point. The sun is breaking through at the moment here, so that might help us out. So we could just do with another couple of hours at the moment, but we'll check what the moisture's like when we're down there anyway. We've got to fill up the fuel tank on the combine. We'll check its service points over as well and make sure it's doing alright. But yeah, it's been working hard of late. The combines generally do a lot of sitting around and then get pushed to the limit. And ours is no exception today. But yeah, hopefully we can get another good day today. That'll get the oats done, and then we can. There's a few fields of wheat I'd love to crack on with, but we'll just have to see. There's a nice array of autumnal flowers coming through in the grass here. Nice little tinge to it, I must say. Looks glorious this time of the year. And with all of the lovely different shades of orange and brown on the trees, it really is a beautiful place to be working. So hopefully Barry's going to keep going. He's got probably, I think he's got in the region of about 60 acres to crack on with, and then as soon as he's finished with that, we're going to put him straight into the winter barley and get some of that drilled up as well. We've got a bit of land for him to work at for sure now, so that's nice. We've got an awful lot of bales to catch up on this morning as well, hopefully. So if we can get those all baled up there, I think I might actually look at selling some of those because we don't need a full shed yet. Oh, someone's in the church bells are ringing. Someone's in church this morning. So yeah, if we can get that going, and if we can get somebody in to buy some of this straw, 'cause it's so expensive at the moment as well for dairy farmers. If we can get a good deal on both sides there, I'd be over the moon. I might have to get a contractor in who can come along and actually kind of stack those up for me, because there's so many of them. It took me forever yesterday just to stack them into groups of 3s. So what we may do is see if someone's got like a bale chaser they can bring in, and just stack them all at the edge of the field, and we can load the wagons from there, I think. That's what we might have to look into next. But anyway, back into the yard. The case can just stay there for now. We don't need that. I'll just stick this straight into here, I think. Perfect. Did I leave my lights on? Of course I left my lights on. And there we go. Alright, so we'll head out in the truck, I think. I think I've got everything I need. I might just go and grab my toolbox and then we'll get ourselves going. Right, yeah then folks, we're back out in the truck. We're just going to head over to the combine now, just take a nice slow drive over there, and we'll see what we can get going, I think. We'll have to check to see what the moisture's like in the field. I don't think we'll be able to get going for a while yet. We'll have to wait and see though. But yeah, so we're just going to go out there and service it all up anyway. Make sure it's all firing as we expect it to be. Last thing we want to do is have a breakdown as far as that's concerned. So we'll just head through this little paddock here, which again has got some good growth to it actually. We'll leave this for now. I actually left the silage bale here as well. Easy to see, I think I collected those when it was starting to turn a bit dark and missed that one. Alright, so here we are. Now as you can see, we got a little bit done last night. I took the headlands off this end primarily, and then I got one lap round as well, just to kind of see how the rest of the field was looking. But I wanted to get these headlands done just to give it a little bit of room more than anything else. So we're just going to pull up into here. A full tank of diesel on the back of in the Bowser here, so that's good. There we go. Alright, so what I need to do start to put we'll fire that up. I need to go and grab my keys as well from the pickup. Where are they? They're in there. That's lovely. Let's have a wander into the cab. That's the stuff. We'll just leave the keys there for now. Okay, so that's just going to fill up there. This diesel tank is pretty darn large actually, so it's going to take some filling. As you can see there, we've got our counter on just ticking through. So we'll leave that for a few minutes there. In the meantime, we could possibly look at getting this vehicle serviced. I don't know what we need to do in terms of grease. I've been around so far and greased some of the main ports on the grease nipples on the combine. The header itself is looking quite clean actually. all being told. Nothing too messy on there, but what we'll probably do is we'll just finish up fueling this up there, we'll lift the header up as well, and then just get a bit better access at it really. It's still going, I do believe. Combine's looking good actually, all things considered. This is going to be year number 3 for this, with us at least, for the Combine. Typically we kind of look at a 3 or 4 year cycle, might do the same again. At the moment it kind of handles everything we've got. If we do continue to increase our acreage, then we might have to look at, oh, that looks like we're done. Let's go have a look inside the Combine, make sure we're full. If we do continue to increase our acreage at least, then we may need to look at going up a size. But right now we're looking okay, and it's kind of handling everything we've got. If we had the weather, we'd be able to get everything in. But yeah, excellent. So we've got a nice full diesel tank. Let's just go, before we go any further, let's see what the crop's looking like actually. This could really determine when we'll get a start. So you can see it's a nice thick crop. These are oats, so the heads look a little bit different there. The inside these shells really is where the seed is, so it doesn't take much to rattle and thresh out. But let's just have it. It's a little bit patchier further down the field actually, I found. I was a little bit disappointed with that. Oh wow, it's down to 14%, look at that. I was not expecting it to be at 14, that's quite something. Let's just go for a little bit further in. Get a couple of different spot checks, see how it's looking. See here is a little bit patchy completely. I'm not sure if this is down to pigeons or if it's down to slugs when it was first established, but it's really quite weak down here. But there are a few little thin spots cropping around, but let's just see what we're like here. Yep, 14% as well. Well, in that case then, at 9:30, I think we'll get ourselves going. What we're likely going to do here is I'll summon George. I'll summon, I suppose I could get George, but he's over on his farm doing his own bits and pieces. I'll get David to come down in the tractor and trailer, and we will get flying. Oh, ultimately this field, we should probably get this done, and if we can, if the weather permits, about 4 or 5 hours. But we'll get started and we'll see what we can do. So I'm going to pull the truck out of the way. Before I do that, I'll just fire up the Combine, let it kind of tick over. Need to make sure that it warms through. Excellent stuff. Alright, so we'll just leave that to tick over there. And then we'll move out the truck out of the way, and then we'll see how we get on. Okay, so I think we should just be about to get about good to get going, really. But we. Oh, that's my phone. Hang on, let's just go and answer that. Alright then everybody, we are making a beeline to go back to the yard. I've just got a quick phone call from Charlie, who has been organising the delivery of my replacement diet feeder for the one that we had to get written off on the insurance. And it was supposed to arrive yesterday, but there were a few little issues in terms of travel logistics really, and shipping, so it is on its way to us now. So we need to go and hurry on up and get back to the yard there and await its arrival, because it's only about 10 minutes out apparently. So we'll get that hooked off, we'll get it put onto the back of the yard tractor there, and then we'll come back down and get started with the oats again. So we'll catch you back up at the yard. Look at the beautiful colour on those trees, and also nice to see that the beans in the trial field are looking very good over there still. So in an ideal world, we'd get over to that today, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. It's too much to do, sadly. And here he comes to save the day. Nice big shiny red feeder on the back this time. We've gone for a coon. And he's going to just trundle up into the yard there now. That looks like a big load. Good lord. Anyway, we'll pop around the corner and we'll greet him. So, in a rather different approach, we're having to unhook the low loader on the trailer here. We're unhooking the loader off the trailer due to the fact that the low loader is so big that it's grounded out on the driveway here. It just can't get over that hump. So we've unhooked it here anyway. We've hooked up the diet feeder, and now we're just gonna pull this off of the trailer. All being well. There we go. It's kind of coming off with a bit of an angle, but it's coming off. That's the main thing. Go. Perfect, so we'll take this into the yard here, we'll have a look through it all, and then we'll just make sure that we're happy with it, and then the lorry can get out of here and we can get back into the combine. Most importantly. God, this is a heavy brute of a thing, the tractor's really working on it. That's for sure. Okay, that'll do us. Okie dokie. So, like I say, we have gone for a coon. This is the profile. This is the smallest one of the range, if you can believe it. They have some absolute monsters available. But we've gone up a level. I must admit, this was probably a bit of a luxury purchase. But we needed a feeder. The insurance paid out very well, so we had the money available. So yeah, here we are, and hopefully this one won't suffer any of the damage from any fallen objects, such as bale grabs in the near future. But if we can just have a look inside it here, you can see rather than having one big rotor, we have 3 small blades really, and they will do a fine job of mincing up pretty much anything and everything. So that's going to be great for us to use, I think. Lovely stuff. So what we'll do, we're going to just get rid of the lorry driver now. We need to go and jump back onto the harvester, and we've got some work to get cracking with. So we'll leave it here. This has been a bit of a morning of just doing service and errands really, but we have to get these kind of things done. So it's nice to get them out of the way, and we'll proceed and we'll get cracking with some spring oats. And yeah, tune in next time to see how they go. It should be very interesting, no doubt, and we'll make some good progress, and we'll keep you updated with how we get on. But until next time, thank you very much for watching as always. Do stay safe, enjoy what you're doing, and until we see you again next time, happy farming!